G'day, Alistair here from LearnDelphi.tv, and I want to talk to you briefly about this project, DelphiLint, sort of based on SonarQube. So it's a static code analysis tool, and it allows you to do code analysis from the Delphi IDE. And basically, it supports Delphi 11 and 12 currently. You might be able to get working with Delphi 13 by recompiling it from source code. I haven't tried that, but I have downloaded the Delphi 11 version because there's a particular project in Delphi 11 that we're going to look at briefly. I have run it in Delphi 12 as well, and that runs fine. As I say, not in Delphi 13 as yet. So basically, we go to, well, from the home page, you will need to go and select the latest release. And then you unzip it and right-click on install.bat and go run, and that will get it installed into Delphi. And then we can open a project. I'm going to grab that one. It's been a while since I've done anything on this project. It's kind of where I go, where I want to be using Delphi 12 or 13. But anyway, so we can go into DelphiLint and analyze this file. And this is an old project I've worked on. It's a few 100,000 lines of code, so it's quite large. And this unit will be probably a few thousand lines long. Now, mostly lint will tell you things like your capitalization is incorrect and kind of trivial things like that, not do any really serious finding of bugs and what have you. But it's still quite a useful tool. And certainly if you get your code looking in a very consistent way, it does become easier to be able to spot bugs. So I think, here we go. So it's suggesting lots of things. I'm going to, we don't need that. Don't need that, or that. And if I dock that to the side, at least attempt to. Okay. So it's suggesting we make these fully qualified. Oh, I should probably go, there's options in here as well. So in the options, there's sort of global settings, but, oops, yeah, no, the settings is what we wanted. And that is installed into the Delphi settings, which of course it takes ages to start up, particularly in Delphi 11. And we can go in standalone mode, and I've specified a custom rule set. You can use the Sonar Delphi default set, but I've been kind of playing around a little bit, starting with everything and then kind of removing things that I don't really, I'm not really too concerned about. Such that as if you have like an if statement with one line of code associated with it, I don't feel I need a begin and end around that statement. So I've unselected that one and a few others. So we can fix this one just by adding one API to the beginning of that. And messages, I think. Yeah, no, we have to. And so on. And that one's system. And we can go through and fix all those, and they should be on new lines. Anyway, let's carry on, have a look at what else it finds. So that should be capital I, and these days I prefer that to look much like that, and capital B. So typically things begin with with capitals in Delphi, Pascal case. So like so, and procedure that should indeed have a little p. Boolean, little ey, and var should be lowercase, and so on. So we can find all of those things. Let's see if we can find anything more interesting in the code. So it doesn't like my one-character variable names. I often use one-character variable names for short methods. It does make things a little bit easier to deal with. And again, oops, capitals like that, and string is a keyword, so that should be lowercase, but I'm going to leave that as a single character variable. Inherited calls in events, they're not necessarily, well, they're not necessary at all unless you're using form inheritance. And I always find if you're doing serious form inheritance where you're inheriting method events and things like that, things tend to go wrong very easily. So I'd be okay with removing inherited from all of those. And that is in fact expecting a lowercase c on that in that one, but that's all right. Again, we've got a short variable, and this is a event update. So I've kind of put it in a try except where the except does nothing. I should probably log that something has gone wrong. And again here, oops, should be capital B, capital I, no, don't want a space in there, and so on and so on. So we can find something, again, it's a Delphi function, should be now. Result, yes, result should have a capital R. And quite often you can just go to the end of the word and press Control Space, and it will give you what it should be, generally speaking. I find not so good on functions because it wants to add the parameters as well. Visible, and it's a reserved word, should all be lowercase or a keyword. Result, capital R, and so on and so on. Let's see if we can find anything more interesting. Yeah, again, this code is very old and needs a lot of attention to clean it up a bit. Oh, definitely that should be a lowercase s. Okay, here's an interesting one. I'm using a tag to store something. Ink month, a number of months. Yes, okay. So this will either be 1, 2, or 3, so it's not a big deal in this case, but it's saying that this is a native int, so on a 64-bit platform, it might get truncated if I'm putting big numbers in it. So that's what that one is indicating. So you probably get the idea at this point. It's pretty, I think, as a free tool, it's pretty impressive. I would recommend anyone install it and clean up many of these things. I mean, those inherited calls, for instance, not strictly necessary. Is it saying that should be something else? TTB text. Oops. I shouldn't need that as a very odd. Way of expressing that, but anyway. Okay, well, there's another recommendation, pass a format argument into that routine. Straight date def. Yeah, depending on how you want things formatted. Yeah, mixed cases, so I can change that and make that re-zany and so on. So I might even save that. So that's pretty much wanted to cover for this tool. We can see it's found 479 issues in this file. Not all of them I'll probably want to fix, but a fair number. Again, using a D, I quite like short variable names in short methods. If it's a longer method, then having something descriptive helps, but generally try and avoid having long method names. And it's quite cool. It's doing this underlines and stuff, so it's interfacing into the Open Tools API, the OTA, quite nicely. So that's probably why it requires Delphi 11 or later, because I think the rework of the Open Tools happened about then. But it'll find, if you miss a semicolon off the end of the last statement in a procedure or something like that, it'll pick that up, and redundant parentheses and so there's a with statement, which I should probably definitely get rid of at some point, but often I find it can be problematic removing them depending on the scope. So often unless I'm modifying the code, I won't actually fix that. Let's have a quick look. Yep, some commented code that should probably be removed. And oh, there we go. There's a superfluous semicolon. Oh, except, oh yeah, doesn't need one there. Yeah, I can't find anything else particularly egregious, but mostly just like code formatting type stuff. And yeah, so download it, try it out. I think it is very useful, particularly if you're working in a team and you're using the sort of standard Delphi or Pascal code formatting rules. This will be very, very helpful to enforce those. And of course, you can use the code formatter in Delphi for that as well. But this is quite good, and that'd be a lot faster potentially. But sometimes you want to lay your code out slightly differently. The formatter to make for improved readability, lining things up, that kind of thing. Anyway, that's all I wanted to cover. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm Alistair. Do check out my books, Code Faster in Delphi and Code Better in Delphi. And certainly this lint tool does fit under the Code Better in Delphi umbrella, although it's not mentioned in that book. So it's a kind of bonus point in that respect. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video.